Ar dús bhhailm a bhuíochas a gháil libh go léir as a bheith ling inniu. Míle bhuíochas libh go léir. First of all, well, we don't have two chairpersons in Munster GA, so I'm the now ex-chairperson. I had the privilege of chairing the council for the last 3 years, and you heard from the new chairman, Tim Murphy, at the start of the meeting today. And I just want to thank Tim as outgoing chair of Coaching and Games in the province, and Joey Carton and Pat O'Shea in particular for organising today's event. I think it's been a fantastic occasion for clubs around the province to get together, to interact with each other, but also to hear from wonderful speakers. And I want to thank all of those speakers. I think we've all learned lots of things from each of them, but if we could all take away 3 or 4 things from today, I think the GA in Munster and around our counties and clubs would be a better place. So a huge thank you to Tim, Pat and Joe for organising it, and also to our wonderful speakers. Munster GA is very committed to the whole area of coaching and games, and we also have Kieran Leddy, the Secretary and CEO of Munster Council here, and his commitment on an ongoing basis to it is a very important part of what we do for the province and what we do in clubs and counties as well. And part of that commitment over the last number of years has been the addition of 20 more coaching and games staff around the province. And our staff around the province, since we started recruiting them towards the end of 2023, have made a huge difference, I believe, and that difference will continue to accelerate over the next number of years. And I think you'll see the benefit of that in your clubs. You've been advised today to use the coaching and game staff, at the start by Tim, to make your clubs more self-sufficient. And Micheál Martin referred to how we need to work well with our staff and our volunteers. And sometimes there's a healthy tension there, but also I think we have to remember that our staff are also among our best volunteers. So everybody who's here today and the people out there working in the counties from the Munster coaching and game staff, I want to say a huge thank you to you all for the work you've done over many years, and to those recently arrived, the work you have done and the work you're going to do. So thank you all very, very much for the work you do for the clubs and counties of Munster. I also then in particular want to thank all of you for coming. You as volunteers have given up your time this morning. I hope you will benefit from the learnings from today, and I hope you will take back some good ideas that you can implement in your clubs. I thought Keith Ricken in particular gave us a tremendous sense of what the importance of volunteering is, and that whole concept of people being accepted, being appreciated and being acknowledged. And then we had the practical element from Brian Cuthbert in terms of the importance of development and about thinking about the long term. Liam Moffat's focus on player welfare is also hugely important, because again we had it in Brian's presentation and we also saw it from Lavinia and David. The player is at the centre of what we do, and if we're not about players, we really aren't about anything. That's what gives us the focus in our communities and so on, what we do for our players. And finally, I asked an inter-county player recently who has won multiple All-Ireland and provincial medals at adult and underage level, what were the important things for the GA to be focused on? And in fairness, he gave me back quite a long list of all very positive things. But on the top of the list in capitals was enjoyment. And we've heard reference to the word fun today and enjoyment from our clubs and from all our speakers. And I think it's very important that we do keep that in our mind. Our involvement in the GA is about being part of our communities. It's about enjoyment and it's about fun. So I think that's a very important message to take away from today as well. Now, before I finish, one of the things we have done every 4 or 5 years, the latest one was a little bit delayed by COVID, is do an analysis on the return on coaching investment in the province of Munster. And I'm pleased to have been asked by the new chairman to launch our latest return on coaching investment analysis. And it's a very exciting report again. And just to call out a few headlines from it, we have in our clubs in the province, we have 11,800 mentors and coaches engaged with coaching at underage level across the province. So there are several hundred of you here today, but you are part of a wonderful group of 11,800 people supporting our young people to develop their skills and love of GA. So well done on being part of that. And at times, we need to look in the mirror and maybe not look at the faults, but also look at the successes. And that's one of the great successes you've achieved around your clubs. We have 57,600 underage players registered with 430 clubs. And that's a huge achievement as well. And parents have assessed that every euro invested in juvenile coaching by Munster GA in 2023 yielded a return of €16.34 compared to, in the previous report, €16.81. So it's good to see we're making progress. But I'm sure if you could find a bank or something that would give you €16.80 for every euro you gave them, we'd all be on the pig's back. So that's a tribute again to all you do as coaches, to all our staff do. And this is an independent analysis. This isn't something that we devised ourselves. And this is something that was done for us by an independent company, Repucon. And it's a hugely important document in showing the importance of investment. And that's not just within the association. This is the sort of document that we can and should take to government to show that they need to do more to support the GA in all the good work it's doing around the province and around the country and around the world to support our games, to support communities, to support healthy living, and to support success for our people as an Irish nation. So I want to say well done to everybody who's involved in producing this report. I'm pleased to launch it today. It will be available online to all of you. There was a very good article on it in the Irish Examiner yesterday, and I hope we'll continue to see the good work that you all do on behalf of the association every day, every time you get together. And again, on behalf of Corlin na Moon, as outgoing Cathaoirleach, I want to say a huge thank you to you all for all the work you do. So good luck with all your work in the year ahead. I hope all your clubs enjoy success. And as Keith and Brian spoke to us, that success is as much about the long-term contribution that you make to your communities as it is about winning trophies. So, Canary Gagal Liv Galera,